Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into the vibrant, dynamic landscape of Miami. You know it, from the glittering skyline of Brickell to the serene beauty of Biscayne Bay. It's a city just bursting with energy. But look, for parents and students, choosing the right high school, wow, it can feel like navigating Miami traffic, honestly. Especially with so many incredible options. We're talking specialized arts magnets, cutting-edge STEM charters, rigorous private schools. It's a huge decision, and the choices can be, well, pretty overwhelming. So how do you cut through all that noise?
That's exactly where we come in with this deep dive. Our core material today is this fantastic resource, a really comprehensive 2025 parent guide to top programs. And what's fascinating, I think, is how this guide helps you focus on what truly matters. It moves beyond just, simple rankings. It helps you understand the educational philosophies, the unique environments available. Now, it does highlight Alpha School as a leader, but it also digs into 9 other standout institutions across Miami.
Okay, so 9 others as well.
Exactly. And our mission today is really to act as your shortcut to being well-informed. We're going to unpack the key criteria parents told the guide they use, look at the specific strengths and models of these top schools, and basically distill the most important nuggets so you can navigate this crucial decision with a bit more confidence.
I love that, a shortcut. Okay, so the guide jumps right in, asking which is the best high school in Miami. But then it smartly pivots, right? It focuses on how you can answer that for your own family. It lists 5 factors parents kept mentioning. What's the first one on that list?
Yeah, the guide leads with academic outcomes. And this isn't just about reputation. It's about tangible results. We're talking key metrics, things like median static scores or success rates in AP or IB programs, and crucially, high school graduation and college matriculation rates. Those are sort of the foundational numbers for academic rigor.
Okay, the hard data. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Beyond that, what else did parents prioritize?
Well, beyond just test scores, the guide really emphasizes student-teacher ratio. It makes the point that smaller classes often mean more personalized guidance. Teachers can, tailor their approach, build stronger relationships. That can be invaluable for individual learning.
Right, more one-on-one time.
Exactly. Then there's curriculum breadth. This covers the sheer variety of what's offered academically and for enrichment. Does the school have AP/IB dual enrollment? What about arts or STEM pathways or even career tech options? It's about making sure the school can actually cater to different interests and future goals.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just the core subjects, but the whole ecosystem, yeah.
Precisely. The guide then looks at campus culture and support. This covers everything from safety, diversity initiatives, to counseling services, extracurriculars, the whole spectrum. It really speaks to developing the whole student, making sure they feel supported and engaged beyond just academics.
The whole picture.
And finally, a really practical point for Miami families, value and accessibility. For private schools, this means looking at tuition versus what you get. For all schools, it factors in location, the reality of Miami traffic, which we all know, and transportation options. So these 5 criteria, they form the essential lens for looking at the guide's top picks.
Okay, that's a really solid framework. So with those criteria in mind, the guide presents its top 10, and Alpha School Miami is leading the list. What makes Alpha stand out so much?
Right. Alpha School Miami, located right there on Biscayne Boulevard, is highlighted as Miami's #1 choice for grades 9-12. Now, it does serve PK-12, but we're focusing on high school here. It's private, estimated tuition around $40,000. But what truly sets it apart and what the guide spends a lot of time on is its secular mastery-based 2-hour learning model. Plus, it has that incredibly low 8-to-1 student-teacher ratio.
Whoa, 8-to-1 is amazing. But this mastery-based 2-hour learning, that sounds pretty cutting edge. Can you unpack what that actually means for a student day to day? How does it change the traditional classroom?
It's a totally different way of thinking. Imagine core academics compressed into these focused 2-hour blocks, and they're powered by adaptive technology. So students can zoom ahead if they grasp something quickly, or they can revisit it, take their time, get personalized support until they've truly mastered it. There are no traditional seat time limits like in a typical school day.
So no moving on until you actually get it.
That's the idea. The guide suggests this model fundamentally eliminates those knowledge gaps that can build up. Then the afternoons are freed up for what they call studios. These cover real-world skills, entrepreneurship, robotics, various arts, and it's all within a secular environment, no religious affiliation.
Interesting. What are the pros and cons the guide mentions?
Well, the pros are pretty clear. The mastery progression, the low ratio ensuring personal attention, college counseling starting really early, like 9th grade, plus a diverse, inclusive community, no religious requirements, and scholarships aimed at multicultural representation, which fits Miami well. The main cons noted, the high tuition, obviously, and for some families, the fact that there's no foreign language requirement might be a drawback, but it's intentionally designed really to meet modern needs, especially for busy Miami schedules.
That sounds incredibly intentional, yeah, fostering real understanding. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. From Alpha's innovative model to another really rigorous private school. Number 2 is Ransom Everglades in Coconut Grove. What's their approach?
Ransom Everglades tuition, around $47,000 to $49,000, represents a more traditional but equally demanding private education. They really emphasize challenging honors and AP loads. And, unique to their location, they have service projects often tied to Biscayne Bay. The school's known for exceptional academic outcomes, high SAT averages, great rowing and debate programs, things like that.
A very established reputation, then.
Definitely. And their alumni network is a significant asset, too. But, the guide points out, admissions are super selective and the tuition is, well, steep. It's a classic example. High academic rigor, strong extracurriculars, established private setting.
Sounds comprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
But Miami's strength isn't just private schools, right? The guide moves to public options. Number 3 is Terra Environmental Research Institute, a top-ranked public magnet. What's the draw there? And what are the trade-offs?
Terra is a fantastic example of a highly specialized public option. And importantly, it's tuition-free. As the name suggests, it focuses on environmental STEM tracks: science, technology, engineering, math. Students pick specialized pathways like engineering, biomedical, or environmental, and they do actual field research.
Hands-on stuff.
Very hands-on. The benefits are clear. No tuition. They offer the AP capstone option, which is a serious research credential, and a very high graduation rate. The challenges, though, are significant. Admission is by lottery, limited seats, so it's incredibly competitive to get in. And because it's so STEM-focused, it naturally has more limited options in areas like performing arts.
That intense specialization sounds great for some students.
Yeah.
But what about broader options in the public system? Number 4 is Coral Reef Senior High School. That's a huge public campus. How does it manage that scale?
Coral Reef is big, yeah, over 3,000 students. But it manages that size by having 6 distinct magnet academies within the larger school. This includes the full International Baccalaureate IB diploma program, which is globally recognized and very challenging, and also a strong visual and performing arts track. It really stands out for its comprehensive offerings, a huge menu of extracurriculars. It caters to a very diverse student body.
So lots of choice within one school. Any downsides?
The main thing the guide mentions is that its large population can lead to practical issues. Think traffic congestion at drop-off and pickup. It's a great option for breadth and choice, but you need to be okay with that larger, bustling environment.
A very practical point. Okay, moving to number 5, back to private. Gulliver Preparatory School in Kendall. Also PK-12, tuition $38,000 to $42,000. What's their signature blend?
Gulliver is known for mixing rigorous academics with really strong, nationally ranked athletics and arts programs. They offer over 30 AP courses, IB options too, plus a cutting-edge STEM center. And their athletic scholarship programs are a big draw for many families.
So strong academics and strong athletics arts.
Exactly. The guide does note the high tuition as a drawback, of course. And it also mentions that its competitive culture might not be the right fit for every single student, which just underscores that point again. It's about finding an environment that matches your child's personality and not just the school's reputation.
Absolutely. Fit is key.
Yeah.
Now, for families wanting tuition-free with a unique academic angle, number 6 is Archimedean Upper Conservatory, a public charter in Southwest Miami. What's their interesting approach?
Archimedean consistently ranks high statewide for math scores. It has this unique emphasis on classical Greek mathematics. They even offer Greek language studies. It provides a smaller school feel, which can be a big plus. The trade-off, though, according to the guide, is fewer arts electives and a reputation for a pretty heavy homework load. It's a very specific, rigorous niche, really good for students who thrive in that kind of math-intensive, demanding environment.
Okay, but very specific focus there. From that specialized charter, we pivot to a more traditional large public high school at number 7, Miami Palmetto Senior High in Pinecrest. Key features.
Miami Palmetto is a solid, comprehensive public school, known quantity. It provides over 25 AP classes as an award-winning journalism program, and it's supported by a really active PTSA, Parent-Teacher Student Association, and a strong alumni network. It's a community anchor.
Sounds like a strong traditional option. Any cons mentioned?
The main things highlighted are its large class sizes, which is common for big public schools, and also that the campus is currently undergoing renovations, which, can temporarily impact the student experience.
Good to know. Okay, number 8, another public magnet that really uses its location. MIEC at FIU Biscayne Bay campus. How does it integrate with the university?
Yeah, this one's really compelling. MAST at FIU students get direct access to Florida International University's labs and professors. Plus, they have the opportunity to earn dual enrollment credits, actual college credits, while still in high school. It's a phenomenal resource, especially for students interested in marine science. It's right there on a waterfront campus, and again, tuition free.
Wow, direct university access. Downsides.
The guide notes it has limited sports teams compared to a large, comprehensive high school. And like the other magnets, getting in is highly competitive. It just highlights how valuable these specialized public magnets are in Miami, offering unique immersion.
Definitely. Okay, rounding out the local top 10, number 9 is Doral Academy Charter High School. This public charter mixes several pathways.
That's right. Doral Academy, big campus out in Doral, offers a robust AP program alongside dual enrollment. And it has career academies in engineering, business, and arts. A significant advantage is its strong bilingual campus culture, which is obviously huge in Miami. The guide does note that the hallways can get crowded, and like other charters and magnets, admission relies on a lottery, so acceptance isn't guaranteed.
Lottery again. Okay, and finally, number 10 is interesting. American Heritage Schools, Broward campus. Not in Miami, but close.
Exactly. It's just north in Plantation, Broward County, but it's included because its academics are top tier. And it has an even smaller student-faculty ratio, like 5-to-1. American Heritage offers over 100 AP and honors classes, a nationally ranked science research program. It's impressive.
On a 5-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, very low. And they even offer bus service from Miami, directly addressing that commute concern for families willing to look just outside the county line. But it comes with high tuition, $31,000 to $36,000 range. And that daily commute, even with a bus, is definitely a factor to weigh.
That is an incredible range of choices, both within Miami and just nearby. The guide really hammers home that best means finding the right fit for your child, doesn't it?
Absolutely. One size definitely does not fit all here.
So having explored this whole spectrum, public magnets, private schools, charters, innovative models, let's touch on some common questions parents have, like dual enrollment with local colleges. That's a big deal for many families. How do these different schools handle that?
That's a great question. And yes, the guide confirms many Miami high schools, public and private, do partner with places like FIU and Miami-Dade College for dual enrollment. We saw examples like Mathis at FIU, Miami Palmetto. Students can earn real college credits. But it's important to note the extent and variety of these programs can really differ from school to school. At MAST, at FIU, it's kind of core to their model. Elsewhere, it might be more of an elective pathway. You have to check the specifics.
Okay, good point. And what about the competitiveness of those public magnet admissions? We heard lottery quite a bit for schools like Terra and Doral. How tough is it really?
The guide is pretty blunt. Public magnet admissions are highly competitive. Extremely. Schools like Terra, Coral Reef, they often get thousands of applications for just a few hundred spots. That's why the guide strongly recommends having backup options. Don't just bank on the lottery. Explore charters, comprehensive publics too. The specialization they offer is amazing, but access is, well, understandably limited.
Right, have a plan B, maybe even plan C. So for families looking for excellent tuition-free STEM beyond those super competitive magnets, what does the guide suggest?
Yeah, the guide points out that public charters like Archmedian with its math focus and Doral Academy with its engineering and business academies are great options. They offer another route to strong tuition-free STEM education without maybe the intense lottery pressure of some magnets, though of course charters often have their own admissions processes or lotteries too.
Got it. And one last practical question. What if a student needs to change schools midstream, say junior or senior year? Are transfers possible?
That's another good point. The guide does note that Alpha School, for instance, does accept transfers in 11th or 12th grade. It's subject to mastery assessments and whether they have space, and they use rolling applications. So it shows some flexibility, acknowledging that needs can change. The high school path isn't always set in stone from day one. Options can exist.
Okay, that's good to know. We've really covered a huge amount today. From Alpha School's, unique mastery-based model to Terra's environmental focus, Coral Reef's IB programs, the rigor of Ransom and Gulliver, those specialized charters. Each school truly offers a distinct pathway, doesn't it? Tailored to different needs, different family values.
That's exactly right. The best high school really isn't some universal title. It's deeply personal. It's about fit. So we really encourage you, the listener, use those evaluation criteria we discussed, the academics, ratio, curriculum, culture, value. Use those insights. Think carefully about what aligns best with your students' learning style, their goals, and frankly, your family's priorities. Miami offers a genuine landscape of choice.
Absolutely. And maybe as we wrap up, here's a thought. If Alpha School's mastery-based, tech-driven model represents one possible future of education, and specialized magnets represent another, it does raise an interesting question, right? How might this rich diversity of educational approaches we see right here in Miami truly empower the next generation? Not just to learn facts, but to actually thrive in a world that's constantly changing, ready for challenges we probably haven't even imagined yet. Something to think about.